What happens to our actresses? This is a question somebody asked. This is not a question I'm asking, but let me just tell you what this video is about. Then we can actually, because the comment section was quite divided. Some people felt like that's not the question you should be asking. And if you did see the video to the end, you will see that she appreciated some of our colleagues who have been there and who have shown her support. Some other persons are calling on Biola Adebayo, who now hosts what's it called now, a talk show sort of, where you come and tell her whatever is happening in your life. And most times she had succeeded in gathering funds for people who really need help. And so they are saying, Biola Adebayo, we need you to reach out to this your colleague and talk with her concerning what is happening. Now, who am I talking about? I am talking about Bisola Badmus. Yes, not to be mistaken for Eniola Badmus. They just share the same surname. They are different persons, even though they are both from Ijebu-Ode in Ogun State. Some are saying, are they related somehow? I can't answer that question. I do not know. But I know they are both from Ijebu-Ode, but we are talking about 40 years old Bisola Badmus. You must have missed her on your screen, because, or maybe you do not miss her, because the thing is, Bisola Badmus gave us some amazing movies before she just went away, sort of, right? What has been happening with her? This lady has been suffering from a brain disease. Yes, she has a brain disease that basically affects functions, right? So it could be toxins, it could be something that it's something that you know the cause, sort of, and it could affect you at any point. Sadly enough, according to Bisola Badmus, she's been dealing with this now for over 2 years. Still, this lady comes on social media, she posts pictures of herself, she posts videos of herself, but you just will not know that there is something wrong with her. Apparently, she's been dealing with a lot behind closed doors. And why did she choose now to talk about it? This is not the first time that actresses will come out and say something is wrong with them. You know, Kemi Afolabi came out to share her health condition some years ago. Her colleagues rallied around her saying, oh, we don't want her to die and we don't want our daughter to be without a mother. Bisola Badmus also has a child that a lot of persons say belongs. Hear what I said though. A lot of persons say that the baby or the boy is for Wasiu Ayinde Marshal Mayegun. Yes, so a lot of persons are calling on Wasiu Ayinde, King Wasiu Ayinde, that it should. The boy is like 12 years old now. The boy resembles you. Like, if you doubted the paternity and whatnot, this is a grown-up child now. You can easily run. It's quite accessible with somebody of your caliber. You could easily run it, because some people say if he is taking care of this child, by extension, the care would reach Bisola Badmus and maybe she'd be able to help herself. Now, let's get to why she actually spoke up now and what exactly is wrong with her. She's actually suffering from encephalopathy. Yes, that is what is wrong with her. You can Google it. It's just a brain situation, right, that she has. And she even mentioned that it wasn't long ago, like a couple of months ago, was when she was able to start recognizing her son. So it had really affected her function. Right, so some of our colleagues, our junior colleagues, who apparently she had been good to while she was up there and she was a star. I mean, she's still a star, but when she was actively making movies and featuring in movies, people that she had helped, you know, they decided to check up on her and sort of pranked her. Right, they went to her home. They were like, "Oh, wants Bisola," and all of those things, and it was like, "I want to make a movie. You've always shown me support, so I want you to take a lead character in this movie. But that's not just why I'm here. I would also need about 7 million naira to put out this body of work. And I would love for you to, in any way you can, support it. Of course, you are a lead actress. You're going to be one of the lead actors. So you definitely will get, you know, revenue from the movie. You'd be a part of the movie, but just help me with the production process. Drop a few money. You'll be one of the producers and all of those things." And she was like, guy, you know, if I would, or if I could, I would, right? And she said, "What I can do for you right now is give you all I have." And how much do I have? 20,000 naira. That is to show you how selfless she actually is. She said all she had was 20,000 naira. And the whole video is in Yoruba language. So I'm just here trying to help you translate it and you understand what happened. And you're wondering, why are we talking about Bisola Badmus? Yes. So she said all she had was 20,000 naira. but she would give it to him, right? She knows it's small, but that in the course of, maybe producing, in the course of, making the movie, however way she can also assist, she's going to help assist them. And the guy was like, 20k out of 7 million. I mean, not to sound ungrateful, but that's not doing nothing, right? And she was like, see, that's all I have. You don't want to know the things I have been through. I am not feeling fine. I am terribly ill. And I'm just thinking, she just kept repeating something I picked was, she just kept repeating, thank God for life. Sorry, but there's a you will not see trouble. Oh. There are some kinds of situations you will get into and just be like, at least I'm alive. At least there is hope. When you're alive, or somebody used to say, there's hope. This person that is there that has no hope. So she's just like, thank God for life. I am alive. Let's just be grateful. And the guy was like, okay, what of your vehicles? Because when I come visit you, I see vehicles in your compound parked. Because when we came in, I was almost like, oh, Bisola is not around because our car is not parked in our compound. And she was like, oh, I have 2 vehicles. Oh, my brother, I had to sell them because I needed money to afford treatment. I mean, not just treatments, to survive. You know how the economy is, and imagine somebody, having to deal with a dilapidating illness, for lack of a better word, something that maybe degenerates and stuff. Having to deal with that, needing to survive, needing to spend money on treatment, spend money on eating, needing to spend money on feeding the children. And also she said, I had to sell my 2 vehicles. I don't have any car anymore. I'm just grateful to be here and to be alive. And the guy, they all burst into tears. It was quite it's quite emotional, right? It's quite emotional. And you're like, well, I came to drop something for you because I knew you were ill, but I just didn't know you were this ill. And I just intended to ask you for money and all of that. And then just going to be, oh, it's a prank. And we're going to give you the gift we brought for you. Like, just wanted to come show her appreciation. So he gave her the things he gave her. And she was quite shocked to realize she was being filmed because she didn't want people to know. And see, guy, you have to talk. Oh, hey, you are broke. You don't have money again. You are ill. You have a child that needs to be taken care of. You yourself needs to be taken care of. You should speak up. And so people are like, oh yeah, you should have spoken up. Or maybe our colleagues say they don't know. They've not seen her since like 2019. That was the last time she put out that was the last time she actually featured in a big movie, right? 2019. So it's like, it's been years now. You've not seen your colleague in actual action. You've just been seeing her posting random things on her Instagram page and her social media platform, and you assume all is well with her. So she's now going to die now, and people are going to come out, started referring to this actress that was locked how many months ago now, a couple of months ago, and Jumoke, now, and the way people came for Jennifer Funke Akindele saying she must have been aware that she was ill, so it's like, if you die now, people are going to start calling out your colleagues saying you've been ill and nobody did nothing for you. So they said, let's put out this video. Let's solicit for help. Let's talk about what's wrong with you. Let's even create awareness about this illness, right? Because this is such a word that a lot of persons have not heard before. Let's create awareness that something could happen to you at any point. And people started calling out our colleagues, and in the course of the video, she did mention that some of our colleagues actually have been helpful towards her. Some people have reached out to her physically, in kindness, in cash, in gifts, in prayers, spiritually. She said some persons have actually reached out for her, just to check up on her. So she's not like she's without support and all that, but she needs all the support she can get. Having said all of these things, who is Bisola Badmus? You might want to know. Let's talk about her just briefly, right? Like I mentioned, like you should have already deduced, she's an amazing Yoruba actress, and she's also featured in some more amazing movies in the course of her career before whatever happened to her. Like I mentioned, she's from Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State. She's 40 years old. She attended her primary and secondary education. She had her primary and secondary education in Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State. For her university education, she studied theatre arts in the University of Ibadan, and then she has a master's degree in economics from the Lagos State University. So let me hear what you have to say. I don't know if Wasiu is actually the father, but people are saying it's a known secret. It's something that people know. Wasiu recently married another wife, Emanuela. So it's like, did they have a fallout? Or you understand, like, why is Wasiu not in the life of his son? So people are saying this is high time. I mean, this is high time you actually took care of your son. If not because of the mother. But because the person, the primary provider for your son, can no longer actively provide, the least you can do is take up the provision for your son's welfare. You know, take up provision of your son's welfare, and let's just see how it goes. So yeah, I'd like to hear from you. Do you think this is time Wasiu should just remain out of the life of this child like it has always been? Do you think there's something going on in the Yoruba movie industry that all of a sudden these women or these men are just having these issues? This is not, I mean, I think life happens and maybe we just hear about them because they're in the limelight, right? Maybe that's why we hear about whatever health challenge they might be facing. I would like to hear from you in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss. Of course, we are sending our well wishes to Bisola Badmus. We are hoping that God gives her, you know, fortitude. God strengthens her and her family and our loved ones in these trying times. I'll see you in the next one. Please take care of yourself. Subscribe to GISTUBE TV. Don't forget to do that. And bye.